innocent life was lost over something childish.
A string of threatening text messages from this woman in the back of a police car to her ex-boyfriend Monday night. He lives here on Detroit's east side. Shortly after he got those messages, around 11:15, sources say his home got hit with a firebomb.
By the time I came outside, it was blazing. All the way had already made it to the top already.
Inside the house near Gratiot and Van Dyke was an elderly woman stuck in a wheelchair. Her son, who got those text messages earlier, and another woman. Those two were able to jump out of a back window and survive, but the mom did not make it out alive.
That was like really, really heartbreaking for the family. You had to have to sit here and just watch that.
Sources tell Fox 2 the firebomb was intended for the victim's son and that there was evidence that the female suspect, an ex-girlfriend, bought an accelerant from a nearby gas station shortly before the house was torched.
Especially this young generation, they're different. They need to find God, get closer to God.
Within 24 hours, Detroit police moved in on the ex-girlfriend hiding out at a motel in Livonia. Another woman with her was in cuffs too. Neighbor Brandy can't get over it all. 40 years on this block.
Oh, I've been around here forever, so everybody know one another. So it's like a family. We a family-oriented block. So it was really, really sad.
This charred reminder of the heartless act that killed a mom stuck in a wheelchair.
At this point, all I can say is that I'm praying for them. Like, it's nothing no one can ever say in a situation like this, but it's going to be hard, and I'm going to be deeply praying for them.
Going back to those threatening text messages, it's unclear what they said and what the motive was here.
You guys, Cinamon Charmaine would like for the courts to believe and for us to believe she had no intentions of no one getting hurt. However, she knew her ex-mother was not mobile and was upstairs. She knew that there were people inside of the home. How did she know? Because she was there 30 minutes prior to setting the home ablaze. 30 minutes she sat there and spoke with the uncle and knew that his girlfriend was there as well. That brings up the old quote, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned." The expression is interpreted to mean that no one is as angry as a woman who has been romantically rejected or betrayed. Let's get into the next video.
A house in the 6,000 block of Seminole went up in flames. 7 News reporter Tira Braddock spoke with people living in the area and has the very latest on the investigation.
This is the aftermath of that tragic house fire that killed 1 person and left 2 others injured.
Just tragic. I hate to, see it.
The fire happened at around 11 p.m. on Monday at a house on Seminole near I-94 in Van Dyke. According to Detroit police, a woman died as a result of the fire, and medics transported 2 other people who were inside the house to the hospital. The fire was so intense that it burned the side of the house next door. Neighbors tell me that no one lives in that house.
We don't usually have situations like this here.
Drew Caldwell lives down the street from the house that caught on fire. He's lived in the neighborhood for 50 years and even knew the woman who died.
Quiet lady, just sat around and, sat on the porch, was able to see her.
Police are investigating this fire as arson. They arrested 2 women who they believe are responsible for setting the house on fire.
As a community, we very, upset and sad about it. Anything that we could do, you let us know, and we'll try to do whatever we could do for the family.
The 2 suspects who were arrested in this case are likely to be formally charged later this week.
Stated in the investigator's report, this defendant decided that she wanted to make her ex-boyfriend, quote, feel her pain, which she was able to do on the 3rd of June.
31-year-old Cinamon Rigmaiden was charged in connection to a fatal house fire on Seminole Street Monday that killed her ex-boyfriend's paralyzed mother, 53-year-old Tina Dorrough. They recently broke up. 2 others were injured in the fire.
She deliberated for at least 2 to 3 hours beforehand. She then decided she was going to go to a gas station, purchase 75 cents worth of gas.
Prosecuting attorney Tiana Livingston says Rigmaiden, with gas in hand, drove to the house and poured it on the couch on the front porch. Inside was the ex-boyfriend's mother, his uncle, and his uncle's fiancée.
She did not call 911. Instead, as the house is burning with the people inside, she texted her ex-boyfriend and said, your house is on fire.
She says the uncle fled the home and his fiancee jumped out of a second-story window and fractured her ankle when she landed on the ground.
The victim in this case, who I've already stated her limited mobility, was able to climb out of her room and made it to the stairway second floor landing, where her body was found burned.
Friday, Rigmaiden was charged with 1 count of felony murder and 2 counts of assault with intent to murder. Her bail was denied.
I don't think that any actions were meant to harm anyone but property, and unfortunately, there were some deadly consequences here.
It's important to note that the ex-boyfriend was not in the house at the time of the fire, but the prosecuting attorney, the assistant prosecuting attorney, says that the fire was so intense that the house next door also caught fire as well. As for Rigmaiden, she's expected to return to court on June 10th for probable cause, June 25th for preliminary hearing.
Hello, you guys. Thank you for tuning in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. I also hope you leave your comments down within the section below. Here we have a case in regards to a lady that goes by the name of Cinamon Charmaine. And Cinamon decided to set her ex-mother's home on fire. Then, after she was caught, she stated it was not her intentions for anyone to get hurt. However, she knew his mother was not mobile, and she knew his mother was in a wheelchair. She knew people was also inside of the home. The uncle stated prior to this happening, she was there for 30 minutes talking to him and his fiance. So you sat there and you held a conversation with them for 30 minutes. In my opinion, I do believe her when she says she broke up with her ex. However, by her stopping by the house, I believe she became upset because he was not there. I believe she thought he was going to be at their house, and instead of him soaking and licking his wounds, he was out on the town possibly celebrating. Because he probably was happy that she was done with him. After she spoke with the uncle for 30 minutes, then she go get 75 cents worth of gas and douse the sofa that's out on the porch, which caused the house to set ablaze very fast, they said. And I could believe it because this is an older type style home. So it possibly just blazed up very quickly. However, instead of calling 911, instead of trying to get them help, she texts him and says, "Your house is on fire." I can't even get it out. You guys, I don't know about you, but I truly love my mom dearly. And it would kill me to know that I was involved with someone who has brought harm to my family, especially my mother. She knew his mother was not mobile, and still she proceeded to do this heinous act, and then text him about it. Didn't try to get help, didn't try to help out, wasn't a oops, I went too far, or I didn't expect for this to happen. You sat there and watched before you left. But now you want to say, oh, I didn't expect for it to go that far. And she's also admitting to being under the influence of cocaine. You know what? I say it don't even matter, because whether you was under the influence or not, you went and you were trying to hide. So you knew what you had done. You guys, overall, this is a very sad situation. My heart, my prayers go out to the family that's been affected by this. They no longer have a mother, and they don't have a house. And I know they would much prefer to have their mother over their house. This is sad. Again, you guys, I thank you all for tuning in to Karen Classified. I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. And until the next video, you guys, I hope everyone stay safe and take care.